Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your Rangers Review News Bulletin on this Thursday afternoon, the 20th of November. I hope you're all doing well. Some Rangers news to get stuck into as we edge closer to a return to Premiership action this weekend. Rangers hosting Livingston at Ibrox. And we'll start off with that game. The match officials have been confirmed. The man in the middle will be that chap there, Ross Hardy. He'll be assisted on either flank by Dougie Potter and Douglas Ross. John Beaton will take charge of VAR, and he'll be assisted by Chris Ray at Clydesdale House. The upcoming fixture will be the first Rangers game that Hardy has officiated this season, although the man in the middle has already overseen 3 of Livingston's games this season, 2 in the League Cup. Last season, Hardy was in charge of 2 Rangers matches, the 6-0 win over Ross County and a 3-1 victory over St Johnstone. So, that is the match officials for this upcoming game at the weekend. Let's hope we're not discussing controversial decisions, and let's hope that the match doesn't make Willie Collum's fabled VAR review show for the next one that is scheduled. Right, moving on from that, and those of you that keep a close eye on Rangers TV will have noticed that Danny Rohl was up on the channel yesterday, spoke about a number of issues. He touched on this man here, the appointment of Scott Fry as the club's new and first set-piece coach that they've ever appointed. He arrived, of course, from Lincoln City, where he's been head of set pieces since 2024. Speaking about the 47-year-old, Rohl said, "We have Scott Fry now. It was important for me to get the best man for this part of the game. A lot of goals come from set pieces, and he said if you're drawing a game, then you have a set play coach, then it gives you a good opportunity to score. You have a lot to do. It's important you have an expert around you who is working 24/7 for set pieces, then he will help us a lot." And he continued, "It is about bringing things from the meeting room onto the pitch, and for this you need a specialist. We looked through the data and who was the best data in set pieces and what makes sense and what is possible in the market, and we found a short list. I spoke to some guys, and in the end, Scott did really well in the meeting. He has a clear idea of what he wants to do, an identity in set pieces, and I'm very happy to get him here." So there you go. That is what Danny Rohl had to say on Scott Fry. I said it on the show this morning. I'm hoping that we see an upturn, a marked upturn, offensively and defensively in set pieces, but it takes care of other things as well, throw-ins and even kickoffs. Who'd have thought it? A lot of work goes into that as well. So I'm wanting a goal at least from a set play on Saturday. So over to you, Scott Fry, and the players. And speaking about the other points that this Danny Rohl mentioned in that interview with Rangers TV, he's been talking about the schedule coming up, and he said we're in a good way, but in some minutes of the game you see old habits and we have to work on that, as he was touching on defeats in Europe and against Celtic in the League Cup semi-final, but victory over Livingston on Saturday would mark a 4th straight league victory. It says in 3 weeks we had 6 games, but we showed in the league that we are going in the right direction, but you can't do less. You have to be on the front foot and do more, because we want to win more games in the future. I think we're going in the right direction. The reaction after the game in Bergen was crucial for us. We were honest with each other in the meeting room, and we spoke about the basics, and it's getting better and better. Of course, in all the phases of our games, there's still space for improvements, and that is important. We have increased the levels and intensity, but of course, we want to do more. There is Danny Rohl speaking to Rangers TV ahead of that game coming up on Saturday afternoon. Hopefully Rangers can do the league double over Livingston after that last gasp win at Almond Vale earlier in the season, which was Russell Martin's only league victory, thanks to the late goal from Max Aarons. So tomorrow is press conference day, so we will hear from Danny Rohl ahead of the game. We should get an update on the conditions of both John Souttar and Derek Cornelius. John Souttar missing that Scotland game the other night, pulled up in the warm-up, replaced by Grant Hanley. And Derek Cornelius lasted just half an hour of Canada's 2-0 win over Venezuela. So, yeah, interested to hear if they are able to play any part in the game at the weekend. And just staying with the internationals, we did touch on the show yesterday when I was on with Stevie, that former Rangers boss, Dick Advocat, has guided Curacao to the World Cup, the smallest nation ever to reach the finals. But their historic qualification unfolded without the former Rangers boss. He was forced to fly back to the Netherlands for family reasons, meaning he missed the moment the side secured their place in the tournament in Mexico, America, and Canada. He announced before the game, it's an incredibly difficult decision to leave these boys behind. I had to make this decision with a heavy heart, but family's more important than football. From the Netherlands, I will remain in close contact with the coaching staff and have complete confidence in my squad. Well, they certainly did the business for Dick, and it'll be great to see him at the World Cup. Someone actually commented on one of our YouTube videos that he'll be returning to the USA, where he was manager the last time they had the World Cup in 1994 when he was boss of the Netherlands. So, yeah, now 78, Dick Advocat, and still going strong. So, yeah, what an achievement that is, taking Curacao to the World Cup. It's an absolute given they get Scotland, isn't it, in the in the tournament next summer. But, yeah, well done to Dick. Juninho Bacuna will be part of that squad, you'd imagine, as well. So, yeah, it'll be intriguing to see. Some lesser spotted nations have already qualified. Cape Verde have qualified for the tournament. Jordan, I think, qualified as well. So there'll be a few newcomers in that competition next summer. I do remember when Advocat took charge of Holland. One of my earliest memories watching football, remember that classic game against Brazil. I think Brazil won 3-2. When they had the likes of Bebeto and Mario, etc., playing for them. And Holland had a great side as well back then also. So, good luck to all the ex-Rangers and current Rangers personnel that will be heading over there in the States, Mexico and Canada next summer. Right, that will do us there. A big thank you to you all for tuning in and for your support to the channel. Tomorrow we'll be back on, as usual, 9:30, so we hope you can join us for that, folks. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Bye for now.